In this video, I'm going to show you a few different ways that you can create playlists. So the presets page to the right of the metronome page holds all of the presets that you've saved in PolyNome. To view the playlist page, tap where it says presets and choose playlist. And this will show you the currently loaded playlist. So by default, you see the playlist introduction, and each of these rows has an info button that you can click to watch more information. And then you have the playlist manager, which you can access by tapping the playlist name or tapping on the expanding button. And you can also tap and hold the playlist name to jump straight to the playlist manager. And this is like the presets library in that it is a collection of all of your playlists. So you can load any of these by tapping and pressing the load button, or by tapping and holding. So let's say you want to create a new playlist. One option is to tap the plus button and choose create new playlist and give it a name. And then once it's created, you can tap and hold to load it. So this is an empty playlist. So you can add presets to this playlist by clicking the plus button and choosing add presets to playlist. And then you can go ahead and select the presets that you want to add to your playlist. If any of these presets have song lengths attached, you will see the length totaled up here. So if you're creating a set list for your band, that's where this is very useful. When you hit done, you'll see those items in your playlist. And you'll notice that if you want, you can add the same item to a playlist more than once. So I can tap this, and we can have 4 copies of the same preset in the playlist. To reorder items in a playlist, tap on the pencil button and use the handles to drag the presets around. And you can also select and delete items from here. And finally, you can perform actions on the selected items by tapping the actions button. And there's lots of different things you can do in here. So that's one way of creating a playlist. Another way, which is sometimes quicker, is if you already have the items that you want to add to a playlist, you can tap the multi-select button on the presets page, tap the items that you want to add, and then use the actions button and choose add presets to playlist or add auto tempo change. And this adds the presets to a playlist and sets up some automatic tempo changing. So if you choose add presets to playlist, you then get to either choose a new name to create a new playlist, or you can add them to the current playlist, which in this case is test playlist, or you can choose select playlist, which will bring up the playlist manager, and you can choose the playlist you want to add them to. So let's add them to a new playlist, and we'll call it test 2. So that creates the playlist and adds those presets for you. At the moment, these are all set to loop. If you want to change that quickly, you can tap the playlist time row, choose set all reps or set all timers. So now they're all set to 1 repeat. And you can change the playlist controls by tapping on this row. And there are explanations for each of the different options in here. When you turn on auto advance, you get further options for play when advancing, etc., etc. When you're adding items to a playlist, you're usually choosing an already created preset. Another option is to duplicate an item in the playlist with a new name, and that will not show up in your preset library. So let's say we've got the paradiddle here and we want to create a double paradiddle item in just this playlist. You can tap on the plus button, choose duplicate item with new name, and I'll call this double paradiddle. And then I can go ahead and swipe to the main page and modify this. I'll change the sounds and I'll enter a double paradiddle sticking. And then this exclamation is flashing to say that we have unsaved changes. So I'll tap here and save the changes. So now we have a double paradiddle in our playlist. So they're the two quickest ways to create playlists and some of the things that you need to know about using them.